Hello everyone. Today I am going to share the two questions that I am able to remember from my Infosys OA that was scheduled for me on 4th of Jan in Galgotia's University, Greater Noida. So, let's get back to the questions. The first question was we had to count from root to leaf path its sum, and we had to count the number of such paths whose sum was divisible by k. Okay, so let me explain you the questions further. So you are given a binary tree with n nodes. Each node has an associated integer value. Okay, the tree structure will be given you using an adjacency list you will have to make on your own, and the values of nodes will also be given for in an array format. So we had to start from the root node 1, and we can traverse downwards, that is from root node to the leaf node, and for each root to leaf path we had to calculate the sum of that path, and if that sum came out to be divisible by k, we would increment the answer by 1, and later on after traversing each path we can return the answer. Okay, so our task was to count the number of root to leaf paths such that the path sum is divisible by k. So let's get back to the, let me explain you further. So we will be given an integer n, which tells you the number of nodes in the tree, an integer k, an array size of n which shows the values of each node. So this will be a values array, and then an edges list will be given where in the following n lines you will be given which edges are there. Okay, so node 1 will be the root. Okay, so let's get back to example, like n is 4, k is 2, and the value of every node, that is first node has a value 5, second node has a value 3, the third node has a value 2, and the fourth node has a value 4. And the edges list also given that from 1 to 2 there is an edge, from 1 to 3 there is an edge, and from 3 to 4 there is an edge. You can see in the tree structure also. So there are two paths, right, from 1 to 2 and from 1 to 3 and 3 to 4. So if we calculate the sum of this path, that is from 1 to 2, so the value of 1 is 5, the value of 2 is 3, so the sum comes out to be 5 plus 3 8, and the k value is 2. So 8 mod 2, so 8 is divisible by 2, so the answer will be incremented by 1, so answer will now be 1. Now let's get back to this path. So 1 to 3 and 3 to 4. So 1 has value 5, 3 has value 2, and 4 has value 4. So 5 plus 2, 7, 4, 11. 11 is not divisible by 2. So our answer will be 1. Okay, so this was the first question. Now let's come back to the second question. So here we will be given an array of integers of size n and an integer k. We were allowed to perform at most k swap. Okay, so after performing k swaps, we had to choose any subarray whose sum is the maximum. So we had to return the maximum sum that we can obtain after performing at most k swaps. Okay, so this was the second question. I don't remember its input and output, so I remember the problem statement where we will be given an array, and k will be the max number of swaps that we can do. So it's up to us whether we want to swap or not, and after those operations we had to return the maximum subarray sum that we can get. So question number 3 and 4 I don't remember, so these were the two questions that I remember. So thank you very much, hope it helps for your Infosys OA preparation.